Cyberpunk 2077. A game that includes everything I love about video games. Versatile builds that fit your playstyle. A story where every choice you make can impact future core events. Characters you grow to care for. An immersive world stacked with history and profound liveliness. A huge gallery of original songs and terrific OSTs. Replayable gameplay that becomes addicting. And best of all, boobs. We love boobs. Quick disclaimer for this video. The gameplay presented on screen are mostly recordings I took myself where I'm either driving around cinematically or slaughtering enemies. There will be a couple of clips that are taken from the game's trailers or someone else's gameplay whose links will be in the description. This video will consist spoilers, so if you haven't played the game or haven't finished it yet, I recommend not to watch this video unless you just don't care. Lastly, this video took a while to piece together, so I'd appreciate it a lot if you like this video and subscribe if you haven't. Alright? Have fun. For gameplay, I'll discuss about 3 individual topics relating to this: combat, movement, and traversal. About combat. Boy howdy, it never gets tiring. Oh, bringing back what I mentioned earlier, there are tons of builds you can create for yourself to play the game in any shape or form you desire. Best part is, you can pick multiple builds to rock in a single playthrough consecutively. Meaning, you want to be a juggernaut who hacks? Yes, you can. Want to be a gunslinger who's chromed to the bone? Hell yeah. You name it, you get it. The build I went for was an aerobatic ninja, as you can clearly see on screen. Not only you have a skill tree to create your build, but as well as cyberware implants that you can add onto your body to enhance furthermore your build. Back to combat, it's insanely satisfying to annihilate your enemies to the point of feeling bad for being OP. Not for you guys though. No. For an RPG game, not too many enemy types. There are regular ranged enemies, melee enemies, tanky enemies, some drones who are one-shot most of the time, a couple of robots who act the same as regular enemies, just slightly stronger and can carry their bodies. Oh, and some skilled melee fighters and hackers who unfortunately gets killed too damn quick for me to even tell who's who. Not an issue for me. It feels good to backhand goons left, right, etc. out of existence before a nanosecond passes by. All thanks to Sandy. Oh, and for stealth, I love being a sneaky, cheeky scumbag in games. And Cyberpunk 2077, oh, it's a playground for me. Lastly, for the weapons. They're all fire. My few nitpicks is that I wish you could add suppressors on revolvers since they're so fun to use, and would love to use them for stealth. And the other nitpick would be I wish there were bows or crossbows to use. We have throwing knives that can work similar to them. Even a weapon mod that I have on my knife where it basically defies gravity and flies straight to wherever I throw it. That's probably why we don't have bows in this game. Movement, oh, just so fluid. With addition to upgrades from the skill tree and cyberware implants, it enhances the joy to a whole nother level. The parkour isn't anything extravagant per se, however it doesn't take away the fun of hopping from roof to roof and dashing across blocks. Traversal. Driving has never felt so immersive. Usually I'm a sloppy driver in games like GTA 5 for instance, but here I find myself stressfully avoiding collision. And by the way, there are only ground vehicles, no air or water vehicles that you are able to drive, which I'm kind of glad, or else I wouldn't be appreciating the beauty of the streets and only fly 24/7 like an Oppressor Mark II in GTA Online, right? There are data terms, which are machines with a hollow map on top of them that are scattered everywhere that are used to fast travel, I like the idea that you have to find them in order to activate them, rather than instantly fast travel across the map to a region you've yet to step foot in. And god damn it, sometimes, I'll say it, I would only play Cyberpunk 2077 for the driving alone, just to take in the gorgeous scenery, alongside some crazy heaters playing from the radio. Bruh. Prior to playing this game, Red Dead Redemption 2 was the most immersive game I've ever played. And it still is. but Cyberpunk 2077 is easily second place, alright? On top of GTA 5, in my opinion. The world is just so alive. It feels real. Just seeing these little interactions, or even, it's gonna sound screwed up, I could be wrong when I say this, you can sometimes, rarely, catch NPCs on top of buildings jumping off to their death. There was one instance where one landed right in front of me, and I look up, it's a tall ass building. Oh, damn, it's dark. Damn, it's dark. And not just the world itself and the NPCs, but even the little missions in the world, in Night City, that makes it feel, that adds to its immersiveness. The gigs, the little missions that you don't have to do, but you can still do nonetheless because they're just fun. And the characters here are just so pleasant, so pleasant. Some are unpleasant, but I'll talk about them soon. And what else? Cyber psychos you gotta find around the world, which are hard to take down, but with your build fully intact, it should be easy, right? It should be smooth sailing to take them down. Sometimes you'll come across NPCs in random locations everywhere, having their own unique dialogue that you wouldn't find anywhere. Like, for instance, one of them in this, I don't know what's the location called, but it's where you can find two prostitutes that you can find a couple arguing, you know, the lady saying, "Oh, I know you're cheating on me with this rag," or whatever, right? And many other places too, which they didn't have to do it. When I say they, I mean the studio of Cyberpunk 2077, but they did it nonetheless, and I appreciate the fact that they did so. Makes it believable, Night City, and a distasteful city. I don't know which is worse. No. Tell me, all of you, tell me right now, which is worse, Night City or Gotham City? One thing, by the way, I don't understand the full lore of the game, but if I'm correct, it's legal to be a vigilante in Night City. What that means is, if you see a crime taking place and you're not a law enforcer, you're not part of the military, whatever not, you're just a regular citizen, you yourself can stop the crime yourself. Stop the crime and you won't get in trouble. That's how crime infested this city is. Vigilantism is allowed. It's legal. They want the law wants you to perform vigilantism because there's not enough officers and to take down or deal with non-stop crimes occurring in this city, which is screwed up. First and foremost, before we dig into the story, every single actor and actress delivered top-tier performances. The best one easily is the voice actress for female V. Oh god, what's her name? Jeremy Lee. I apologize if I pronounced it wrong. She deserves every single praise she gets and more. How come I don't see her name in more ambitious projects? Give her the lines, she'll bring them to life. I mean it. Her voice performance for V is what made me care so much about the character, able to seamlessly bring out variety of emotions from the character, whether it be anger, joy, depression, desperation, flirtatious, just check mark the rest, alright? Oh, and the writing for this game, the dialogues, the story, all immaculate. Hey, CD Projekt Red, yeah? The studio who brought Cyberpunk 2077? you better have given each rider a bonus and a promotion. On top of that, you better have given them the ship's reins for Project Orion, aka the sequel for Cyberpunk 2077 that's in the works currently, likely to come out in the 2030s. Damn, I'll be old. Do you consider being in your 20s as old? Now, for the main story of Cyberpunk 2077, which has an odd structure that makes sense for an RPG game, and that's that there are optional main story quests that you could entirely skip to focus on the main necessary quests to beat the game. If you do focus on the main quests only, you'll beat the game 15 hours tops, depending on the difficulty you picked and if you have become well adapted to the game's mechanics. Therefore, I recommend to first beat the main side quests before carrying on the main story. Alrighty. Final warning before I spoil the main story as well as the main side quests, right? Reminder, the game has been added to the PS Plus subscription since July, so if you have PS Plus, you can download the game and play it yourself right now. That's how I've been able to play Cyberpunk 2077, or spend $50 for the base game, which is honestly a steal in the field of $70 to $100 games. Countdown. 3, 2, 1. You've been warned. Prior to starting this game, you have 3 life paths to pick for V. Nomad, Street Kid, or Corpo. I picked Corpo, and from what I heard, it's the best life path, due to Jackie being your childhood friend in comparison to other life paths where you just met him. And it makes the Don't Fear the Reaper ending so much more personal, since V gets booted out of Arasaka's corporations to only then infiltrate herself in the very end. You proceed to design your V and pick their gender. I somehow managed to make her the sexiest lady in all of Night City. Kudos to me. And as I just said, you get booted out of the corporation because of a snitch that we later meet in a ditch and gets killed by the baddest bitch. But not to worry, our amigo leal Jackie Wells comes to the rescue, and together we hustled for 6 months or 9 months trying to reach legend status in Night City. That was when we were offered a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity by a fixer, Dexter Deshawn, to steal a relic in Arasaka's tower. And just when it was going smoothly, everything that could have gone wrong went wrong, if not worse. Our hombre, Jackie, he dies. R.I.P. our homie. Our hacker, T-Bug, she dies too, which I actually find funny because in the game, she's our ally who gets tracked and killed after becoming compromised during the heist. But in the 2019 reveal trailer, we see V blast her in the fucking head. I'm curious if there were any script rewrites of the game around the end of its production, a year before the game's release. Anyways, Dexter betrays us, but karma would come back and bite him in the ass. And with that very relic inserted in our head, we retrieve a virus that is slowly taking over our body. A second conscious. Just like Pinocchio, who has Jiminy Cricket, V has Johnny Silverhand. A self-entitled rocker boy, and a sloppy terrorist. And we spend the rest of the game figuring out a solution to safely extract the relic out of V's head while dealing with a nuisance of a bastard 24/7 who, believe it or not, depending on the choices you make, you start to befriend with and change each other for the better. Yeah, you're not changing him, he's changing you. Sort of. Not as much as you changing him. That's all I have for the main story. Play it yourself to know more, since I know my in-depth explanation on a game's story won't do it any justice that it truly deserves. It has a great story that will keep reeling you in. So I'd rate it personally, in my humble opinion, a 9 out of 10 for the story alone. Just wish it was longer. Maybe by giving us some missions for us ourselves to complete during the hustle montage with Jackie in the beginning, it would make his death the more heartbreaking. Now. Let's discuss about the 4 main side quests that adds to the main story. Each of the 4 main side quests has a core character that we follow. Judy, River, Panam, and Kerry. Not only follow them, but as well, possibly, romance them. If you're playing female V, then you're able to romance with Judy and River. On the other hand, if you're a male V, you could romance with Panam and Kerry. I played through the entire game and even cleaned up Night City, which, yes, I have the platinum trophy for this game. And since I played only female V, I romanced with both River and Judy. So let's discuss about Panam's and Kerry's storylines. Starting with Kerry, who, out of the rest, I finished his storyline last. He's cool. His storyline is cool. We get to play in a band again with most of our members back, the original members. We assist him on sabotaging another musical band, US Cracks, which I'm glad because I hate that one song that keeps appearing in what's it called? Heatwave radio station. What's it called? Pon shit. Why does that song keep appearing? I could have gotten what's the song name? I really want to stay in your house or at your house. I could have gotten any of Lizzie Wizzy's songs, but no. Instead, I get the same US Crack song over and over. And guess what? Now that he's collabed with US Cracks, we got not 1 but 2 more songs from US Cracks. Yeah, I'm so keen to listen to them. Oh boy. Alright, you know what? I'll stop capping. Their songs are actually kind of fire. Alright, I was trying to be cool. I take it back. I'm sorry. Yeah, just cool story. Yeah, I enjoyed it. Not much to say. Kerry was like the runt of the family. You know, he was like a little brother and I was his big sister, helping him execute some petty crimes till I have him snap out of it and he comes back to his senses. We get to trash a yacht, which was cool. Yeah. Nothing much to say about Kerry. He's a cool character. That's it. He's a cool character. That's it. Panam. Alright. I'm gonna say a crazy statement. I didn't care about her. I did not give 2 shits about her. Look, I don't hate her. It's not that I hate her. I'm not salty because she gave me a terrible silent sniper, which was the only silent sniper in the game. And I'm not mad because she said some hurtful things when I took my life in one of the endings, which I don't blame her for. She has every reason to react harshly, alright? Don't blame her. It's just, I just, maybe it was her immature actions that she took in her storyline. Maybe. And her attitude sometimes. Like, sometimes I'm just there thinking, like, be quiet. Just be quiet and just, you know, focus on the mission, alright? She was fun. There was times where she was fun. You know, when I was making this little, like, joke when we first meet her, you know, oh, we can share a bed, we can share 2 beds in this motel or something like that. No, I knew I couldn't romance her, but I just kept flirting with her. Yeah, I just felt nothing for her. She was, what did I say? She was like a sibling. Like, was she like a sister to me? Nah. She's more like that friend. She's like that friend in school that you give actual proper advice, and she says, "All right, I'll take your advice," but she doesn't actually take her advice. She does the opposite. She just digs herself in a hole, basically. All right, worsens her life, and I'm always that person to dig her out of that hole. That's why I see her as. All right, just an immature friend who I have to get her out of these situations a lot of times. That was it. I didn't even like her ending too. I don't know what's ending called. Not a fan of her ending. Just, I liked Mitch more than her. He's the one who lost his homie Scorpion. Yeah, I liked him more. And his little quest where you help him drive Scorpion's car off a bridge down a canyon. Yeah, I like Mitch. Mitch is cool. Mitch is really cool. Maybe I would have liked Panam more if I was male V and I was romancing her. Maybe, since I see lots of people online saying that she's the best partner for V. But I played as female V, who I couldn't romance with Panam. Anyways, she's yeah, I like Kerry more, but she's alright. Did she impact the story? She didn't impact the main storyline that much, anyways. Yeah, she was alright. Yeah. Okay, now 2 storylines left. With 2 people that I romanced with, and had to go through, not gonna lie, an uncomfortable scene where I had to watch my V make love with these characters. I'm not a prude for a second. I'm not a prude. I don't care. It's just, when you're experiencing these scenes first person without any music in the background and you're just hearing moans and grunts, it doesn't feel like they're banging V. It sounds like they're banging me. Oh. anyways, let's talk about Judy. Hot take. I don't think she's a good romance partner for V. I said it. She comes across as someone who is toxic. Let me explain myself. So in the very end of her storyline, after you two dived into the sunken town where Judy grew up in, you go into this house then, I think it's like a lake house, and you two proceed to make love, which was quick, and I'm not gonna lie, I think I did most of the work. Just gonna say I did most of the work. She was just laying there and she was lazy, right? That's one minus factor of her, right, as a romance partner. Anyways, after that, when the morning comes, you talk with her, and then she asks you, what did the sex mean to me? You had 2 choices. It was either a pleasurable distraction or a beginning of a beautiful relationship. I saved my game so I can just tell her it was just a pleasurable distraction, right? I just need to clear my mind out of the relic, this one rocker boy in my head. I told her the truth. Yeah, she lost her shit. She rolled her eyes so hard it nearly rolled off her face, her head. She downplayed me, said, "Oh, you know what? Screw you." And you know what? I know, I get it. Get out of my face before I drown you in the lake. Yeah, she I don't think she was very happy. I don't think she liked my choice of words at that moment. Anyways, loaded back to my save, and then I told her a lie, and that lie was, it was the beginning of something beautiful. Yeah, I don't know what she said. I didn't care about her, right? I didn't care. Maybe her text messages were kind of cute, when we were dating. Yeah, her text messages were kind of cute. And her grandma texting me, warning me and all that, that was cute too. Other than that, I just didn't care. I didn't care. I felt like a hostage in this relationship, not a partner who has a choice. I was never given a choice. Either I was dating you, or I'm gonna be dead within a week by you. My blood was spilled in your hands. And plus, I sympathize with Judy, alright? She lost her her close friend Evelyn a while back. She failed to take over what's the place called? The clouds, where I don't know, the business where they got these prostitutes working there and they're treated poorly there. She failed to take over it. She lost her other friends. I felt bad for her. So just to bank her and then tell her, yeah, I just needed it. That was it. We're still friends, right? Yeah, that would have been rude on my part. So for her sake, I said, let's date. I see something beautiful in this relationship. Beautiful in her eyes. A dungeon in my eyes, though. in my experience, still going through that relationship. God damn. Anyways, she was all right. She was cool. Yeah. And the final storyline. A storyline that surprisingly lots of people dislike. Not just the storyline, but the character. The core character of this storyline. River Ward. Yep, I remember his last name. People don't like River. And you know what? I'm going to say this. Another hot take. I like him. Matter of fact, I think he's the best romance partner for V. People don't like him because he's boring and awkward and comes off as a creep. Okay, here's a picture of River, right? Here's a picture of him. And then here's a picture of V. Tell me, do you blame him for fumbling his words? For being all awkward and shy around this lady during their hangouts? Do you blame him? Put your place in his put yourself in his boots. Tell me, are you not gonna choke on your own words talking to her? If you say nah, you're just lying. You're just lying, or you've never ever been on a date, all right? I don't blame him. He acts like how most of us would act like on a date, all right? Especially with a stunning person way out of our league, right? Way out of our league. He came off as a realistic character, right? And to say he came off as a creep, dude, what? Now, I'm not going to defend everything of River, all right? I myself have a couple of criticisms relating to him and his storyline. For one, please take that stupid ass dangling earring off, please. Please just take that off. And second, I don't like his detective this manhunt quest, which is really disturbing. That's cool. I liked it. But then when we begin having them, like the game begins shipping them, and they go on this little date in the end, hanging out around his family. I think we're rushing too much. We're rushing a bit too much, alright? The dialogue isn't terrible. It just needed to be in the oven for a couple of more hours, alright? The romantic storyline is a bit raw, alright? I will admit to that. I like him while we're dating a lot. I like his messages, I like the banter between each other, I like hanging out with him in my apartments. He's cool. I like him. And I'm supportive of him. But before we began dating and we were kinda in our first date due to his family kind of adding that pressure onto me, and it looked like they would make me look bad if I don't, give River a chance. No, I don't like it. I don't like the date, right? I don't like the date. Third criticism. A third? Yeah, third. Please. You could have warned me what was going to happen. Please, in one of these future updates, give me the ability to put on a blindfold. Yeah, I don't need to explain what scene I'm talking about. No, I'll tell you what scene I'm talking about. I do not. Oh my god, it's so awkward from the lady's perspective getting banged. How I hated it. I hated it. Hated it. Oh, I had to pause the screen every 2 seconds just to collect myself, look up in the sky, and think to myself, is this really happening? Is this really happening? Please stop mumbling my name. Please stop breathing so heavy. Please put me down. Please don't grab me in that area. Oh, I was sweating profusely throughout that session. Oh, I hated it. I hated it. Look, I liked him a lot, alright? I liked him. Really do. I really do. And at that moment, I did. I didn't hate him. He was cool. He was sweet. You know, he's like a big tough guy, but deep inside, he's like a little teddy bear, right? He's sweet. Just don't put me through that ever again. Oh my god. Please, just put on nice music, like put some rock and roll. Give me a blindfold. Give me three balls of whiskey. Yeah, whiskey, harsh whiskey, and just that's it, right? That is forever embedded in my brain. Every time I close my eyes, I see I see him. I see his bald ass head. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Okay. Like with Judy and even the Joy Toys going through the session, yes, it was a bit uncomfortable because it felt like a private space, a private moment that I should not be watching. But at least I was able to, I don't know, make it through without pausing every second. Here, oh my god. The songs. There are over 150 original songs in this game. Not music tracks, not like not the ambience of the city, not the action background music or any background soundtracks you hear. No. Over 150 original songs. Original songs made explicitly for this game. And all of them are 10 out of 10s. Lowest rating you can give for any of those songs would be a 7 out of 10. You have to respect the dedication for CD Projekt Red to, instead of like GTA 5, borrowing already existing songs from real life and inserting them into the radio stations. CD Projekt Red called up some musicians, told them to make this amount of songs. They did, added the radio stations and in the game, and they're all good. I have like 5 of them on my playlist that I listen to in a daily basis. Oh my, you have to respect them for the dedication there. Name me a game that has over 150 original songs. Name me a game. Or songs, by the way. Songs, alright? Not just instruments playing without lyrics, alright? Oh my god. This video is nothing. This video is just me glazing the game at this point. Yeah, I'm not going to entitle the video a review on the game. It's just me glazing it. Just non-stop glaze. Deservingly so. Actually, perfect segue to talk about the flaws of this game. Alright? Let's stop the glaze and let's get serious about the game and its issues, because inevitably every game's gonna have a problem, and this game, it's no secret. Let's start with what I consider to be the most notorious event in all of gaming, or one of the most notorious events, the launch. I remember every single streamer in 2020, December 12th or 5th, I don't remember when the game released. Every streamer, even those that don't play video games, were streaming the game. Streamers you didn't expect to stream the game were streaming it. And in the first couple of hours, they were enjoying it, weren't wowed, and then, well, let's just say they didn't stream the game after the first stream ever again. Rightfully so. The game was a mess. It's okay for a game to have glitches. The game now still has glitches, but nothing that will negatively impact your gaming experience. But at the time, yeah, they were bad. Bad. Especially the hype for this game was out of the roof. How many pre-orders was it? 20 million pre-orders for this game. That's insane. That is crazy. And the studio, the game, disappointed everyone. The story was still great, but you know, it's a video game. People are gonna focus more on the gameplay naturally than the story. If the story is bad, but the gameplay is great, at least your reason to carry on playing the video game is for its fun gameplay loop. If the gameplay is bad, but the story is great, you'd have to go through pain every second, except the cutscenes, to proceed the story. Which is honestly not worth it. So, don't blame the players, the people who never finished the game at the time, and they still refuse nowadays to go back to the game, thinking it's still a big mess, and it disappointed them so much to the point that they don't care how well received the game is nowadays. They're not gonna lay their hands ever again on the game. No, not at all. Terrible launch, and I sincerely hope it never occurs ever again. For not just CD Projekt Red's games, like what's their upcoming game? Witcher 4, and in the far future, Cyberpunk 2077 2, or the sequel of that game. I hope I hope other game studios deliver the full package without issue. Okay? It should be illegal. It should be illegal to release an unfinished game. The game was unfinished when released, and had like 8 years or more to work on the game. What the hell were they doing? And all these promises. Alright, my next criticism for the game. Unfulfilled promises. They promised us 2 expansions. We only got 1, and I doubt the second expansion will ever see the bright of day. We were promised multiplayer, and we even see multiplayer mentioned in the end credits and the people who worked on it, yet it's nowhere to be seen. I don't see multiplayer. Where is it? Hey, the world was supposed to be packed of people, of NPCs, and the liveliness, not a lot. I mean, there are some events that occurs in Night City, like police pulling over cars, little crimes happening, and homeless people begging for cash, all those stuff, but not as much as we were promised. Just, they shot for the stars, never able to breach past Earth's atmosphere. Alright? Don't make promises that you can't keep. Not just for game studios, but just for, as a person, don't make promises that you can't keep. Alright? Don't. My next couple of criticisms are more or less nitpicks. Actually, the rest of my criticisms are nitpicks, so I'm only going to say 2. Alright? One nitpick. Why every time when you're performing a stealth mission, taking out enemies one by one in one camp, every time you shoot a camera, everyone's alerted. Why? Why? It's just so annoying. I know you can go up close to them and turn it off if you have high tech skills, or if you have I don't know what it's called, but where you're able to hack people and insert hacks into people and whatever not. You can turn off the camera from a distance, but I had Sandy, so I wasn't able to do it. That's just annoying. That's just annoying. Even when you throw your knife at the camera, everyone's still alerted. Bruh. It gets annoying, but as I said, nitpick, right? Not the end of the world. I don't hate the game because of that feature. After you clean up the city, do all the gigs, deal with all the NCPD scanner missions, which is basically cleaning up crime, all the main story quests, of course. Just clean up the city, getting the platinum / 100% trophy or achievement. After all that, you don't really have anything to do in the game. There's no New Game Plus, which is a damn shame. I feel like every game should have a New Game Plus option, or at least open world games explicitly. Yeah, I wish there was replayability for this game. Yes, I can start a new playthrough, do another build, which I certainly will. But you know, I like the build I have. I don't want to make another character and repeat the same build and just go through the story. You get what I'm trying to say, right? You get what I'm trying to say. It's still a spectacular game, right? A game is magnificent. I'd go far to say my favorite game of all time. Maybe. Definitely top 5. Maybe even top 3. Fun game. I don't think I had this fun a video game since spring of 2023, which was Hollow Knight. And it's like, I think my second or third favorite game of all time. Love that game. Pantheon 5, I hated it, but I enjoyed my time in the game. And back to Cyberpunk 2077. Yes, I acknowledge this game has problems, but the game is still fun nonetheless, right? Great game, amazing game, highly recommended. I'd probably say a game is probably my number 1 favorite game of all time. Probably. Maybe. It depends on how good Silksong is going to be in a couple of days. Depends. Other than that, I think I can conclude the video here. Hope you enjoyed my little, I can't even call it review, my glazing session. When I say glazing session, I mean the entire video on this game. If you did, please consider liking, subscribing, comment down below what you think of the game, and if you haven't played it and you're not convinced, ask something in the comments. Either I'll answer it for you, or other viewers will answer it for you to try to convince you to play the game. Alright? It's worth a while. That being said, have a great day or night, and I'll see y'all soon. Take care.